MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. Here's the former Cornhusker Brett Maher to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to roam now. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Carter straight ahead. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Carter once more. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll drop this underneath to Carter. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Taken from about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Second down and goal. Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Carter. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Wilson going to throw for it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On second down, Elliott once more. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now Wilson on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line. A give up the middle to Carter. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's Wilson. It's caught by Davis. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Bang, bang. 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Here's Wilson. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And this one nearly intercepted. Oh, that's a ball he thinks he should have had. Instead, maybe a chance for the offense to get 3 out of it after all. 4th down.
Ready. Top down. What's tight? Tight is what?
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On 2nd down, Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves them with 14 yards still to go on third down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. On third down, it's Pollard. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion left is Wilson. On first down, Wilson. And this one is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 29. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On first down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Wilson here, pass caught by Carter. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, Wilson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 15. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
22 yards there, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. 20, 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Slim, 61. Matchbox, right.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Stay with your man. Check 22, check bomber, 22, check.
To throw is Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope. And now off to the races, down the right side. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Going to run again here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Play action. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now on 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And that's complete to Davis. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. A handoff for Carter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Wilson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Back to the ground with Carter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was just saying, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Wilson. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Here's Berrios. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? Open man here is Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Carter. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. There's Wilson to throw. Back-to-back catches here for Carter. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Now Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
They go play action now. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. Touchdown! See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Wilson going to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.